Hey guys, and welcome back. My name is Lenny, and this is my Dwarf Fortress gameplay. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I remember. Again, this is a post-narration. I couldn't talk as it was night. So, actually I could talk, but I will wake everyone. And that kinda makes people angry with you. And then she wouldn't make me a breakfast. I'm trying to figure out a way how to set permanent waypoints for my station commands. And this is the way you do it. You use the capital N to set a point P, and then you can just issue a move command, and then just pick one of the options from the list. I'll try to tell you when I'm doing exactly that. By the way, if you don't know what this room is, the one with the walls, with the lever near it, it's a danger room, and it serves training purposes. As you can see, the last squad are fresh newbies. They are basically conscripts from the last minion wave. League of Legends. They are conscripts from the last migration wave, and I plan on training them into my another Battle Axe squad. The way the danger room works is that I have set a upright spear trap on each of the tiles. I have used 10 training spears per tile, and then I linked all of them to the lever in the same room. It's in the northwest part of the room. You can see, yeah, here. You can see my miner standing there. There's a lever. I can set the lever to be pulled on repeat, and this way the traps trigger and retracts, and my soldiers have to defend against that, and that's the way you train your squad. See? I mean, it's incredibly fast, incredibly efficient, and it kinda enables you to actually use your soldiers and not to be afraid of using them against enemy. Someone might consider that cheating or exploiting, but I see that as a feature. I've seen that in many games, like Ultima Online, when I was training my magic resistance by casting spells on myself, or burning myself to do the same thing, or other games. But you must be careful, as your soldiers will get tired real fast, and some of them might lose consciousness. I wonder what I'm thinking right now. I think I'm thinking about training more squads, and pretty soon I'll decide to move all my squads in there and train them. I want all 3 of my squads to be at the highest level possible, so I can charge at our enemies when they come. I mean, our cage traps are nice and neat, and they can catch a lot of goblins. But hey, goblins. I mean, goblins. Really? We need to prepare for stronger opponents. And that's why I actually plan on designing another squad, which will be spear dwarves. Spear dwarves are basically designed to kill or take down beasts. Anything bigger is really vulnerable to spears. Spears kinda go even through armor, so they can be used against regular enemies as well. But the main use will be against titans and beasts. Especially against forgotten beasts. And this time, before I enter the caverns, I'll make sure I'm prepared to face enemies with venomous breath. Last time it kinda crushed my fortress. Especially that venomous breath that kinda jumped through all my dwarfs and killed them nearly at once. I mean, it was fun, but it was kinda sudden. I didn't see that coming. In the meantime, I finished engraving this wall area, and my mayor kinda switched or changed. So we got new mayor, and I have assigned him to this room, and I'm building stuff for him as he got some demands. When his demands are too high, I'll have a surprise for him. Unfortunate accidents happen. This is kinda tedious to fulfill their demands, but hey, someone has to do it. I can't kill all of them. I misplaced my scissors. Damn. Yeah, and I'm trying to take care of the miasma. One of the dwarves left his snack inside the room, and unless he is the one who moves it, I can't dump the stuff. So I'm gonna use the autodump command from dfhack. I have selected the rotten piece to be dumped. Then I moved my cursor here and used the command. This way dfhack moves the item to the target location, and I can avoid any tedious workaround to move the stuff. Yeah, bedroom, throne room, dining room. So many demands. We are still at 82 population. Hopefully more sieges will come. I think so far I haven't got any big sieges, so I'm really thrilled to see some. But when they arrive, I'll probably wish they haven't. And I'm training my soldiers again. In the danger room, spikes up, spikes down, spikes up, until one of them is unconscious or all of them are tired. I'll be really careful. The danger room can kill babies, especially when the babies are being carried by their mother. It's really hard to split those, and it kills all the animals. It's entirely up to you if you can afford to lose some animals and some of the mood on your dwarves, or you can just move the animals into a pasture. And the longer my dwarves train, the more fond of their equipment they are, and they kinda want to stick to it. So most of my dwarves I don't know the word, but they love their shields. They are using them the most to deflect the spikes. Exactly. So, yeah, they grow attached to the shields. To train the armor user skill, you need to be in luck of the spear hitting the armor, or you can just strip your soldiers off. I don't know how many offs are there. Of the shields, so they can get hit straight into the armor, or dodge, or whatever. I don't really worry about the armor skill though. I mean, having legendary marks dwarves and legendary battle X dwarves is enough for me. And they got pretty high dodge skills, so they should be safe. And again, I'm checking my kennels, and they still can't be used to train war dogs. I think I'm gonna wiki that before my next piece and see what I can find. I'd really like to have few war dogs on the top level and in this room, in this hallway, just in case any thieves got inside. These can be really annoying, and I think they might help their comrades to get out of traps. And more cage traps, of course. I mean, I just love cage traps. They are cheap, they are one of the most efficient traps, and they are set up in few moments. And easily repaired. Well, the cage is easily replaced. Any dwarf can pick up the full cage, and even a dwarf with low mechanics can replace the cage real fast. The only annoying part is building all the traps, as I can't use. If I could at least use my mouse to build them, but I have to select them piece by piece, and that's not what you are used to in other games. But hey, this is Dwarf Fortress. I've never seen so unique game. And every time you play, there's another challenge. You can kind of play like forever, and there still will be some sort of challenge for you. And I'm already thinking about my next challenge. I'm thinking about settling in either a super hostile area or some area with penguins. I really want to kill some penguins. By the way, the 1 hour piece I made before and lost it thanks to Camtasia, as the recording tool just crashed and the game, well, the source, well, the raw file wasn't safe. You have missed a incredible fight against Ogre. It was she. She wandered into my, well, close to my fortress, and I was deciding whether to kill her or not, so I checked her out, and just by her nose I decided to kill her. I mean, she had upturned nose, and I don't like those chicks. So I have dropped her to the pit, and my marksmen were shooting for like 5 minutes trying to kill her, and she was still standing and smiling, and then finally one lucky shot, bam, headshot. It kinda went through her eye and turned things around. I think 10 arrows in every limb helped a lot as well. And again, I'm trying to train all my soldiers at once. The room is kinda crowded right now. And you might even see pretty soon that some of my dwarves will get teleported out of the room and they'll have to come back into the room. So the traps are somehow pushing them outside the room. I mean, if there wasn't any roof, I guess they could be pushed up and then just fall down or whatever. Yeah, cat died, whatever. But this way it seems like, I don't know, it just works in a strange way. Luckily no dwarves got killed in the process. By the way, my mayor is one of the dwarves, well, one of the ex-dwarves. That's why he doesn't show up as wearing a uniform. It's the guy... yeah, I think you can see him. Right now I'm looking at the super small window, so I can barely see him. But it's the guy with the cap and brown stuff on him, brown clothes. In the meantime, I destroyed the trade depot as some gems got stuck underneath it and I couldn't pick them up. And my mayor's mandate reminded me of carrying some gems just in case my dwarves got into the mood of making something out of the gems. I think I made 2 more artifacts in the meantime. One of them was like 26 K value, and I lost another cat. Whatever, who cares? But this one in particular was kinda silly. She just went into the room, got stabbed, and while bleeding she ran through my fortress and suffocated in the meeting hall. Yeah, I'm trying to find any diamonds, but I remembered that I haven't mined any, so I'll just cut few random gems and leave it be. I'm also thinking about creating a training area for goblins. Why? It's really a neat idea. You see, when you find a forgotten beast, you can't be sure if it has poison, if it can spread the poison or anything else throughout your fortress. So sometimes it's cheaper to use a scapegoat, like say trained goblins. And trained goblins can even damage the beast, so you can finish it off later, much more easier, and it's pretty cheap. You don't have to use your dwarves, you don't risk anything, it just takes some setup. Although when facing stronger forgotten beasts, I think they are classed as titans. Some of them, well, all forgotten beasts are classed as titans, but some of them can be made out of materials that can't be penetrated easily, like hard rock. And I think not even full squad of goblins, of trained goblins, can dispatch such forgotten beast. So I might come up with another idea how to get rid of these. I think just few cave-ins should really help. And I'm gonna train them again. If you saw the exclamation mark inside the room, that's the point I'm referring to while moving my soldiers. And again, you just press capital N and P to set the point. And when you got more than 2 points, you can set a route and set one of your squads to patrol the route. Just make sure if it's a longer, like more point track, when your soldiers reach the end part, they look back at the beginning, and sometimes they might go through areas you don't want them to, so you might want to prepare waypoints to get back to the initial point. But hey, whatever, that's really intuitional. Obvious, you can find that out yourself. Intuitive, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I'm still educating myself. And they are already tired, so one of them is unconscious, is he? I'm not sure, whatever. Just make sure you keep an eye on your dwarves when you're training them through the danger room. And all the newbies are already legendary ex-dwarves. I think they are called ex-lords. When a dwarf reaches a military status of legendary, he's either called lord, or I think elite, if he's a marksman. So hammer lords, elite marksmen, elite mark dwarves, ex-lords, and so on. And the reason, whoa, what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm setting a point to the living target practice area. And I think I'm gonna drop the goblins down there. Yeah, I'm selecting my marksmen, moving them to the target practice, getting them ready. They are already vomiting on the floor. Good boys, good boys. And now to drop all the baddies down there. I really need to train my marksmanship on all my dwarves. Well, most of them. And it begins. I am still unsure how the reloading part works. I think I should set more bolts to the squad or the dwarves. But right now, I think they are waiting for some of their comrades to come up here, shoot their arrows or bolts, and then they'll all go to reload. But I don't really want to wait for the last guy. I mean, he can be sleeping or whatever. So I'll sometimes try to cancel the order, let them get some more bolts, and then move them back here. As you can see, the crossbowmen aren't really the most effective. I mean, they are shooting the lowest quality bolts. I think they are bone or wood, made out of wood, but they are doing literally no damage to our enemies, even though they are stripped of all their armor. So when you're facing stronger opponents, make sure you equip your soldiers with metal bolts, preferably steel, and if you can afford it, use adamantium. But I doubt you can afford it, unless you tweak the settings and change some veins into adamantium. And by the way, that's one thing I'm gonna do in the future. Not that one. I'm gonna mine some adamantium and equip the leaders of my squads with adamantium armor. I'm really looking forward to that. And now the cleanup process as usually. Tons of bolts, a lot of bodies, a lot of blood. And hopefully we are going to get more. Yeah, some of my dwarves trained. I was watching their skills before and they increased. Hopefully next time we'll see some sieges or anything interesting.